Our next drawing will be at
Okay,
3:45.
I'm here at the Vintage Fashion Show. Now, what is your name, young lady?
I'm Joe.
Joe what?
Addy.
Joe Addy. What city are you from?
I'm from the Chicago area.
Chicago. And Joe, I was wondering, there's a lot of people publishing books about how collectors and dealers can do a better job. Do you know anyone who's doing that kind of thing these days?
Yes, actually, I'm one of those people.
Oh, you have done it.
Yes, indeed.
What's this at you? Is this your book?
This is my book.
Oh my God.
I'm celebrating 25 years of being a dealer
Oh,
with the
well.
book, where I'm sharing all of my acquired wisdom over 25 years.
Now, have you
doing
been
this
to
business coast to coast?
Have you been to any shows lately?
I have indeed.
And which show have you been at most recently?
The most recent show I did was the Hillsborough show in San Mateo.
Did you sell any books there?
Yes, indeed, I did.
And who'd you sell them to?
Well, I sold them to dealers, not just new dealers either. Dealers who've been dealers for a really long time. Because
And what was the conversation that went on between you and they?
between me and them?
Yeah.
Well,
What were some of the remarks that surfaced?
Well, actually, a lot of people realize that the business has changed, and there's been a lot of changes in this business, and we need to kind of keep up with these changes.
Okay.
And so a lot of dealers are looking for inspiration. They're looking for little better ideas on how to do things, and actually the book covers doing
And
this
was there
business
some-
in this economy, and also in the effort to
Well,
bring young people
what is
into
something
business.
that's specific that in your book that specifically relates to this economy?
Well, as a matter of fact, I talk about how we need to start being smarter in not only how we buy, obviously, but how we sell, and also how
But
we
is there a
display.
specific one? That's in a general way. Is there a specific one where you say if you have 400 tips?
400
What is a
tips.
tip that addresses what they need to do in this economy as far as being smarter?
Well, I think they have to work harder on their displays.
Okay, so can you find the tip there
Oh
that
my
says that?
Well, there's
Because that's kind of
display tip.
that's kind of general. Work
right.
hard. That would apply to back in the Greek days in the Agora. You could come along and say, "Hey, work harder on your display," and they say, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Well, actually, I think the one thing that you have to do in this economy is add more light. Light is the number one aspect. Now, a lot of people use lights.
Now, why more? Well, no, why more light?
Why more light? Well, for one thing, it makes everything sparkle. It
Okay.
makes everything look really good and fresh.
Do you have any lighting tips? What
Yes,
kind of lights they should use?
Yes, in fact,
What should they use?
Well, they should use incandescent lights, and they should use
Incandescent
clear ones.
lights?
Incandescent lights. Now, not for diamonds. Now, for diamonds, you'd want to use the diamond lights.
Now, why should they use incandescent over the fluorescent lights?
Well, fluorescent light is very, very dreary, and it's dull, and it dulls everything down.
Ah.
And so, actually, now, of course, they're moving away from even making incandescent lights, and they're only going to be making.
So what your
fluorescent.
recommendation
But you
is-
can get them. You can get incandescents because they're going to be a specialty light. They're going to be for specialty.
So if someone can get some incandescent lights,
Clear ones.
get onto those clear incandescent lights.
And because
Okay.
that makes everything look really sparkly. And actually, the stronger your light on your merchandise, the better, because people are drawn to light. And it's more important than ever because people are used to glitzy commercials and professional window dressing, which uses really high power lights. And so that is, I think, the number one tip to make your display look great.